This podcast features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
Ray of frost. Whoa.
Spells.
Ooh. It's a ray
I
of
believe
frost.
the cold will burn. That cold kind of burn. Like when you're running in the snow. And it's in your lungs and it hurts because you're a little fat kid. Whoops, little too personal. Running through the snow.
At 5th level, it goes up to 2d8.
Whoa!
2d8. Okay.
God, that's badass now. If Ray of Frost used to be
free.
like 1d4.
But when I take damage, I disappear.
Okay.
So I don't know if now that I'm attacking from an invisible position, would I get combat advantage?
You would have advantage,
Nice.
Okay, so that means I
and
get
I
to
believe
roll
your invisibility would end, right?
when I attack.
Upon
Yeah.
attack, yeah.
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 But I
Okay.
vanish and I probably scoot around to the side.
Yep.
And then
Okay. So you fire or roll 2 dice, take the best result.
First one is a 16. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Second one's an 18. That's
You're
even
definitely
better.
going to hit it.
18 plus 6.
Yep.
2d8 for my damage. So that's 5 and 6. So 11 damage.
Okay.
That's great.
And his movement is reduced by 10 feet.
I got good news and I got bad news. What do you want first?
Hit me with the bad news first.
All right. The bad news
He
is
feeds off
he is
cold.
resistant to cold.
Ooh.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
But now we
Yeah,
know.
that is.
What's the good news?
Good news is you freeze it to death.
Hey!
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ray of cold, yeah, real scare.
Resist this.
Yep. So yeah,
I said, Jim, dark magic. Now you know who I am. But
now
you
it's just
dance. I guess it
it's just
doesn't
this sort of ice
It's
glazed
what?
pile of goo with a sort of frozen, outstretched tendril at you, giving you sort of a pseudopody finger. Hard to tell, but
matter. Yeah.
but it's clearly dead.
I quickly try to rinse this acid off my weapons,
Okay,
and they're like, are they screwed up, or can I take a whetstone to this?
they are screwed up.
A friend dwarf, do you have any like forged tool? I mean, not to be racist here, but you people carry like forged
people?
tools with you, right?
Wow.
Yikes.
Your people is what I'm saying.
Oh.
The
Just keep digging that hole.
look at my
They're like, you're
look
kind.
acid.
Yeah.
Of
I
course he's going to have it, right?
do. Oh, I just
Oh, yeah, let me just get my forge out.
Oh, because I carry a forge with me everywhere.
Actually, guys, I actually have like a porta-forge.
That's not the point, though. It's the assumption that hurts.
Exactly.
It's-
That's
I-
the thing.
I really apologize for that. I was a little stressed out.
Excuse me.
Do you have a forge?
Can somebody let me out of here?
Your forge would be way
Yeah.
too small. Like, you can't help us with this.
I pull out my Hammerfast porta-forge.
You tiny little forge.
Oh, yeah, great forge, guy. We'll get around to you. You just hang out there in your cage.
So, what you're asking, do you need like
Can
one of
you-
my spare weapons, or do you need me to fix your weapons?
Can you do anything with this? I mean, I can't buff this out.
I mean, honestly, I know that you think that
You just
all short people just carry around tools to fix weapons.
Yeah.
And
But I do have those. I'm not
Appraised
going to use them now.
gems?
I'd heard stories about
Dave.
Binwin, and sometimes these things get exaggerated. I wouldn't want to assume, but so I'm assuming no.
unfortunately, my skills with weapons are in the usage,
The application?
of, the application of weapons. I'm in the same boat as you when my weapons are broken.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I don't have a forge with me. I do have a brewer's.
No, listen. I
If you
can
want to
make
get drunk,
beer.
I can whip out the kettle.
In 2 weeks, we can go nuts down here.
Not 2 weeks. I'm not kidding. Small iron kettle and collapsible tripod, brewer's kit, hops, malt, yeast, herb. It's in
Yeah,
my kit.
it's all in his kit.
I
Okay.
got
That's
it.
a lot of weight.
Here's
It's worth it.
here's my real concern. Right, the way that the rapier looks now,
Yeah.
does the way that it's scored the blade, is it kind of like a cool damask sort of scoring, so it looks bitchin'? Yeah, because if that's then I'm okay with
Is
it.
the blade damage
Right.
is bitching if it's like battle damage? He-Man?
Yeah.
You know, now we're talking about some
Tap
cool
the
shit.
chest 3 times.
So long as the rapier looks cool, I'm okay taking the damage penalty.
Yeah, I think
you
it's
know?
boss hog. Like, when I look at it, I'm impressed. But when I look at it, it's like, oh, I bet there's a cool story,
Okay.
right? And you should
Okay.
obviously ornament that tail.
I can tell
But
that.
is it always going to have this minus
It's
one?
screwed up.
Wow.
His sword is screwed up.
Until he can get a new one.
Yeah.
You know, is there on these maps? Is
There
there
could
like
be a
an
shop down
armory? Yeah. Can we cast word of recall to go back to the town center and hit a shop real quick?
It's just hard.
Guys, I can't go on.
All right, here. So it seems like having a wizard like in this thing that was invested in our success might be kind of a good idea.
I try to pick up the cage.
Easily.
Oh,
And he sort of kind of rolls and grabs onto the bars as the cage shakes as you lift it.
all right. So I'm like, hey, trial period. You can come with us inside the cage for a little bit, and if that works out.
You, let me out of
Oh, hey, you saw what happened when I let the last guy out?
Yeah,
Okay, how about this? Like,
sir.
friend, right? Obviously, I think that there was a good option here and a bad option. And you saw what happened with the bad option, right?
Yeah.
Now, I would never, like attack you in an untoward way. But if we let you out of here,
I've been stuck in here for the past 100 years. Let me out right now. I can't stand it anymore.
okay, but if we let you out and you get uppity, these people are going to kill you like a chicken.
I'll show you uppity.
Whoa.
You're not selling me here. You're not selling me here.
I'm going to put the bird in the cage. Yeah, I take the bird off my shoulder,
Yeah.
and I go like I'm going to open the door.
Okay, you put the bird in.
No, I don't put it in yet. I'm just, what does
His
he
little,
do?
his little beak starts to
Oh.
snap around
Yeah,
in there.
I start pushing him in there.
You just sort of stick the front of the bird in.
Yeah.
And okay, you see him quickly back away with fright. The bird actually attacks him.
Can you imagine how delicious, how pissed off this
Basically,
bird must be?
basically leaps out of your hands into the cage, grabs the little man, and just
Oh,
and starts shaking him all around.
That was not my fault.
You see,
That was
you see,
absolutely
grab that
you see
bird.
little, you see little boots flying,
What the hell?
and then you grab the bird, and the bird's like gagging down the man. You smack the bird.
This guy could have
smacked-
helped us. What if he was a good guy?
You smack the bird.
I'm trying to get it out. Nothing.
Like he's a-
He's dead.
Yeah,
But hold on.
you see a tiny pair of pants fall out of the bird's mouth.
Here. Jim
Guys,
just,
I got this. I can intimidate him. Hey, what if I put my... Oh, shit! Oh, my God!
the party is quiet for a while. Jim places the cage back on the table. And that's it. That's the end of the scene.
Did it eat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That happened.
no.
Does the bird return to my shoulder?
Yeah,
He's probably as thankful as ever.
Yeah.
Jesus.
tasty treat.
Mm-hmm.
Can I suggest that we not talk about this now?
Yeah.
I'm happy to have this conversation
After party.
at a later date.
That's right. And I think that's the right choice.
Yeah. I mean, I think,
right now tensions are high.
listen, we can all agree that everybody messed up in that room. Everybody had a part to play. Let's not point fingers right now.
Yeah, there's, let he
Hey,
who is
let's
without.
not forget that we killed a bad wizard, too.
Yeah, I mean, from one point of view, it looks like I fed a tiny man to my bird. Okay?
Yeah.
From another point of view, it probably doesn't look like that.
So, maybe it looks another way.
It looks a different. It looks
From
a
the
totally
bird's
different way.
point of view, this was you're like a beneficent
Poetic.
god to him. Yes.
Yeah. All right, well,
You know what, though? He's not trapped in the cage anymore.
He's
that's
free.
right. He's in a better place.
Better place.
Now, V, could you please hum us up a map real quick?
Okay. I hum like the tentative draft of Ode to Nemazark, right?
So we just finished with...
Dealt with this puzzle.
That's done.
I'm gonna X that off the map.
That's a win. For our part, I think that's a win.
So the door.
We're right next door to Truth and Lies
Lies.
here.
That seems like
What?
a lot of fun. Now, on the other hand, it seems like we
does that
could go right to level
Sand.
2 as well.
Snow. Well, listen, nobody's been here before. We don't know what rooms down here have treasure.
Yeah,
right?
I
I
mean-
feel like we need to scour the place.
Right. Truth. Let's
Yeah, you
check
can
out
be as
Truth and Lies.
thorough or as not thorough as you like.
I'm a right-hand rule kind of dwarf.
Right hand.
It's how I get through
Okay,
dungeons.
I'm good with that.
Going right.
I'm good with the right hand.
Don't feel like you have to just linger, check every room. You don't have to.
Yeah. Truth and Lies, I feel like is a good call.
Yeah,
And
because
once we're in Truth and Lies, we're right next to the frog.
Yeah,
Temple, which I've always
it's just a
wanted to
quick
see.
right.
It's like the world's biggest ball of twine. You can't be right next door to
Frog
it.
temple. Are
Yeah.
you kidding?
That screams jewels in the eyes of some altar
Oh yeah.
to me.
You gotta pry him out.
Yeah.
Classic. I hope you have your jewel prying dagger.
I've known people who have engaged in that sort of
That kind of behavior,
Yeah.
essentially. That pattern of behavior.
Yeah.
All right, so we approach the left-hand door on the east. I guess the east wall.
Got it.
I guess it's the north
Yeah,
wall.
north wall
Yeah.
toward the
North-
Truth Lies
towards
room.
the Truth Lie portal.
Okay, that door opens, no problem. You see a hallway kind of wrapping around a door set into the north wall of the hallway as it bends.
I approach the door to the north.
Okay, it is an unremarkable-looking wooden door with iron hinges and fittings.
V, did you want to check the
Oh yeah.
for traps or no?
Yeah, I'll
I
do
like
that.
Trap it
the
up.
system.
Because you know the as,
Grab your
as-
D6 too. Don't forget.
Oh yeah.
Last time I walked into a room, I immediately became an automaton of the
Hey,
grave.
listen, we fixed it.
That room worked out great.
We fixed it, and nothing bad happened.
Nothing
Oh,
weird
no,
or
wait.
bad happened in that room.
That's an 11. It's intelligence, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. 11.
You don't see anything.
Seems like a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so I open the door.
When you open the door, you see a large empty room with two niches, sort of curved semicircular alcoves at the back. In each alcove stands a cowled statue. Looks basically human in form, but the shoulders are hunched a little bit, almost like
Scoliosis,
Quasimodo
maybe?
under a robe.
Yeah.
But you notice the most striking feature about the statues is that they have no faces, just blank, smooth, oval stone.
And are they? What are the statues wearing? Are they just bodies?
They're basically stone robes and
Robes.
cowls,
Okay.
but they look hunchbacked and kind of leaning forward
In the two alcoves.
in the two alcoves.
Seems cool.
Yeah, the two statues seem mostly identical.
On my map here, I showed a door to their left and a door to their right.
That is
Are those
correct. There
closed
are
right now?
two other closed doors.
And did the door behind us close upon entering, or is it
No,
still
it still hangs open.
This is the Truth and Lies room.
Supposedly.
Seems
Seems great. Seems like a great room.
And there's nothing else about these statues. There's no writing on them or anything. They're just
No, you can see some like dust and cobwebs about, but the
Are they both
statues
identical?
they are both
As near as we can tell.
as near as you can tell.
I'll
Do you
walk right up to
specialize
him.
in this sort of
Yeah, sure. Usually I imagine. Yeah,
treasure
yeah.
examination?
I'll go up and I'll say,
When you walk up to them,
Yep.
one of them actually you see a magic mouth form on one of the faces.
On the smooth face.
Yep. And it just sort of says, "You may ask us 3 questions." And then its mouth closes and a mouth appears on the statue to the right and says, "One of us lies and one of us tells the truth."
Okay.
I ran this puzzle.
no, wait.
No, this
wait.
is easy.
No, this is not, because they both just said different things. It could be we don't actually get to ask 3 questions, or it could be that one of them
Right.
does not lie or tell the truth.
Oh, I have not run this puzzle.
Yeah, because
Okay.
he split the question up front.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay.
So
It
all
could
we
be they
have to
could-
do is ask the statues. Did Jim Dark Magic just totally kill a guy in the previous room? We know the answer to that question.
All right, that's true. That's true.
Or like, am I a dwarf?
Yeah.
What's the puzzle? What's the?
No, actually, we say, would he
He
say
say-
that he's a
Yeah,
dwarf?
that's the way you solve the puzzle. Would he say that you are a dwarf?
But that way we can recalibrate.
The puzzle.
If one of them is lying, but we still will not know which one. So we still will not know if it's 3 questions or lies and truth.
Right. But lies and truth is at least marked on the map,
Right.
right? So the questions may be right, but clearly whoever made this complex designed it in that way.
Oh no, actually, it's way easier. We'll go to the one that said lies and truth, and I say,
Well, don't just say anything yet. We're discussing amongst ourselves.
okay, we'll
right?
discuss first.
You hang on, statues.
Because if we go back and forth, then we can't necessarily figure something out. But if we test one of them, we can find out if it tells lies or the truth. Now, what's really going to fuck us here is if one of them tells lies and the truth alternately, and there's just no way around that, then we're just going to, yeah.
That's a whole other kettle of ambiguous fish.
Yeah. Forbidden lore. Do I know the answer to this riddle?
All right, so your idea is to ask the one that said truth and lies.
Yeah.
What question?
Just something we already know the answer to, like you
Okay.
thought.
All right,
So that will maybe give us a norming.
I'm for that.
Well, let me consult with my bird friend real quick.
Okay.
You seem to know this place pretty well,
He
bird
owes
friend.
you one.
And let's agree that what happened in that last room was bizarre. What do you know about these two statues?
Made by Hollister.
Okay.
The dude who's fucking
Now,
nuts.
you had mentioned in the first room that you were here to help us. This is a perfect opportunity for you to show exactly how you might do that.
Indigestion.
Make a charisma check for me there, Jim.
Jack.
19. 19 plus 3.
Okay, yeah, you seem to have won this bird's confidence, and it says,
Wonder
Just gave me a hell of a
how it got
meal.
that morale boost there. Yeah.
and he says, left statue lies, left statue lies.
I trust my bird.
Okay. So which one of those said 3 questions?
The left one.
The left one said, you may ask us 3 questions.
So that is not true.
That's not true.
That's not the case.
As you suspected.
Yeah.
It's well done. Honestly.
I'm just glad to be a helpful member.
But
of
here's
this
my
party.
question. Like, if we can turn around and walk out, what are we trying to get from these statues?
Well, we could ask him
We're
where.
not trapped here.
No. But being made by Alistair, this room might be something we can come back to for clues.
I like that idea.
So this is they're basically like a magical database that we can use because I'm sure they're imbued with all kinds of knowledge about this complex.
Why don't we ask them where
Exactly.
the,
So, I mean,
treasure, the best treasure is?
But we might only have one question.
That's right. And so I let's bank it for now, right?
Because right now there's nothing here stumping us yet.
No, and I feel like that's a pretty solid use of
Fine for me.
these roboids. And you know what that means, Jim? Frog Temple, buddy.
Frog Temple!
Oh!
All right, you
All
wanted
right.
to go.
I did
I
want to
said
go.
we could go.
You go through the right door.
Frog Temple.
Across a 10-foot wide hall is another door.
You can choose anything you want to in the gift shop.
Wait.
You check on those doors. Check those corners.
No, actually, I probably don't get my expertise die on this because it's not a dex check.
Well, that's true.
So, yeah, then I suck even a little more.
Yep.
I seem to be pitching about a 10 or an 11 on each of these. So
Average.
Yeah.
Average. You find nothing, and the door is unlocked.
Oh.
When you step out into the hall, like I said, there's another door across the way that, according to your map, leads to Frog Temple.
Do you know anything about frog gods?
Oh yeah.
Frog Temple!
I brush up on my slotty lore, and I know all about this kind of stuff. I mean,
There you go.
this is sort of in that religious forbidden axis,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I'm well suited to this sort of
Okay.
information retrieval.
Wow. That's some great lore you're pulling there, Jerry. Did that sound sarcastic? Because it didn't mean to.
No, I love Dungeons and Dragons. I never get to say the word slotty.
So I open the door to the Frog Temple.
All right.
What do we see?
Across the room, which is about 40 feet deep, 30 feet wide, is a statue of a giant frog.
Evil, right?
It is painted a brilliant sort of emerald green color, and it stares at you with yellow eyes. And it's about, you'd say, 4 feet tall and about 5 feet wide. And it's lying in front of it. You see a log. And then there are pews set up in the room, backing all the way to the door where you are. Basically simple wooden pews, but they're all in horrid shape, on the verge of
Oh
collapsing.
yeah.
The walls are painted with all kinds of murals, and it's funny you should say slotty because
Yeah.
you see them adorning the walls. You see red slods, blue
Right.
slods, green slods.
Waldorf
Death
slots.
A
slot.
slod is a frog-like creature of the plains.
A genuinely, like, elementally evil race.
A harbinger of chaos.
It's a D&D
Frogman?
creature?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do I not know about
It's
sloths?
bad. It's some
they're-
weirdo
Anybody
stuff.
who
old
wants
school,
anybody
yeah.
wants to can make a forbidden lore check.
Is it FR stuff?
It was original
No.
Fiend Folio.
Yeah, it's way, way back.
Yeah.
Like when they first started to explore the planar monsters. Oh,
You can also see
Bad memories.
spindlier frogs holding spears on the walls flanking the frog statue, and they look like bullywugs.
I was gonna say, yeah.
14 forbidden
14
knowledge.
forbidden.
Forbidden. So how do I check the lore stat?
It's your intelligence check.
So it's always gonna be int.
Yes.
Okay.
Lore's always in.
But you're guaranteed nothing less than 10.
Then
yeah.
nothing less than 10. So I'm just trying
Right.
to get better than that. No.
Okay.
What the hell just
10.
happened?
Neither of you are able to identify any additional lore about the frog or the slod.
I think this would be some sort of frog god.
You know what I'm pulling up? It's kind of divine frog thing.
Yeah.
Something like that. So there's a log in front of them.
Yeah, it's like a wooden post about
It's an
5 to
altar
6 feet
of
long.
some kind, probably.
Uncertain. It's kind of cylindrical shaped.
And it's just floor. It's not. There's no water in here or anything.
There's no water in here or anything. You can see that the frog's mouth is a hollow cavity that seems to go deep into the statue.
Send your bird in.
Oh, I'm
See, only if
quite
we
the
had a tiny
connection.
mage we could use to recon this mouth.
We will in about, I don't know, 2 or 3 days.
Dental floss.
Oh, I
And there's an aisle just sort of leading right up
Yeah,
to the
right,
frog.
right. It's a church.
right, right. I this open mouth.
Yep.
I am suspecting something is going to shoot out of it. Barring that, something is going to, when we reach in, it will somehow destroy us.
Just like in Flash Gordon.
Yes.
Man, I was thinking the exact same thing.
I think every young person of a certain age is reluctant to reach inside evil stumps
Yeah,
for a good reason.
Timothy Dalton in a very early role.
Hold on. Is this the stump or is this the frog's mouth? You said the frog's mouth.
frog's
is open?
This is
mouth.
the frog's
Right.
mouth.
Yeah.
The stump is just
The stump literally is just a wooden log, polished smooth, about 6 feet long, resting in front of the frog.
Does it look as decrepit as all the pews?
No.
It's not broken down at all.
No.
Right?
I'm not going to go down the middle aisle. I'm going down the side.
Sure.
And,
Yeah.
and I respect
That would put you basically. You're running between or walking between the pews and the murals.
Right.
Okay.
I say, who ordered the Caesar slod?
Cricket. Cricket.
They're magical crickets. I mean,
Yeah.
the reality is that you can create the sound of the crickets as well.
Illusory laugh.
All right. As you make your way down the side of the room, Rogue, you're a little bit unsettled by the murals of these giant frog creatures emblazoned there. Like you just have the sense.
Holes in the eyes?
Not
Poison darts?
It's almost like out of the corner of your eye, they seem to move and sort of writhe on the walls, and their claws seem to flex.
Can I check this out?
You guys don't notice anything.
Can I perception roll?
Yeah.
Thief something?
It would just be an
Oh, yeah.
intelligence check.
What's
Okay.
a thief check?
I
That is a shit ass shit.
am.
When you look at them, it must be a
like-
trick.
You know what I do? I take my crappy pitted dagger. I'm gonna honestly it's pictures on the wall. It's like something's weird. Frog temple. I'm gonna backflip back towards the party, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the dagger at a picture on the wall. Yep. Nothing.
It bounces off the picture, it lands on the floor, disappears behind a pew.
And I'm like, that was just a picture. That one. I was checking on that one.
Yeah. And that's normal.
Yeah, you just sort of pinged a green slot right in the head.
That's a regular thing to do, obviously.
I'm sorry. It's I've got frog fear.
Yeah, listen, and that's fine.
I'm going to walk up to the
You're
statue.
an amphibophobe?
All right,
Yeah.
you're up at the statue.
And I realize that it's not deteriorated like the rest of the stuff in here, so I want to see if there's a magic spell or something that's
Absolutely.
maintaining it. That is not great. 10.
You discern magic on the frog statue and on the wooden cylinder lying in front of it.
Yeah, they're
The
definitely-
frog statue magic is pretty powerful. It seems to be conjuration magic.
Conjuration.
Yeah, I like to conjure things.
Yeah, like a
summon
fireball
things.
spell is conjuration.
That's evocation.
Whatever.
Evocation.
Conjuration would be to conjure like an illusion.
Nope,
No, that would be an
that's
illusion magic.
Summoning.
Conjuration would be like summoning
Summon.
a monster from
Yeah,
somewhere else.
a conjure.
Oh.
Yep.
All right. Well, did you get your tickets worth of entertainment out of this?
I guess I don't. I mean,
And the cavity, when you're looking at the mouth, you can see it goes right into, all the way into the statue. But when you peer inside the cavity, you can't see anything. It appears to be empty and hollow.
hold on.
Yeah, yeah. So I think we can have every confidence that this horrible statue, along with its weird stump, will absolutely bring those things here.
Make a intelligence check again.
Make a your fucked roll.
Look at that.
16.
All right. You see that the back of the frog is covered with these sort of warts or bumps. You can see some of them have scratches on them, like somebody's rubbed something hard on top of them and sort of scuffed the top of the statue.
Okay. And there's a space above the frog in this alcove.
Yes.
What does the statue appear to be made of? Like stone?
A stone. Yeah. Painted stone.
Can I, you guys want me to smash the shit out of this thing?
No.
Just shatter
Why
the
would that be
statue?
what we wanted?
Because it's,
You said the mouth is like big and wide, almost cylindrical.
Yeah, you can. It's sort of egg-shaped
Is it a
opening, but
Is it
yeah,
the same size
like a
as
halfling
this
could
log?
crawl inside of it.
Oh, there
Is
you
this
go.
the same size as the log?
The log would certainly fit inside. The log's actually considerably smaller than the mouth.
but
It's
it
about,
doesn't
log's
look
about
like-
that big around. The mouth is about that big
Okay.
I
around.
think it's is it literally a portal? I mean, that's what I'm
If
trying to
this
figure
thing
out.
started-
When you look at the
circular,
log,
right?
when you look at the log more closely, you can see a little bit of what appears to be green paint on parts of it.
It's like touched up.
No, like it's been scratched off on the back of the frog.
Yeah.
You have to scratch it with the log?
That's common.
Just scratch the frog with the log?
Is there a bump on the log? In the hole in the bottom of the sea?
Are we anywhere near a bog?
That's what's going to
No,
unlock
no,
this
and
thing.
no.
So people are taking this log,
I wish I'd brought my dog.
taking this log, and they're rubbing it all over this slot. I
On
guess.
this frog
It could be like a cog in
in,
kind of machine.
in order to do
Somebody needs a
what?
good
Some-
flog.
Some form of worship. I'm having some trouble. Like typically you get something awesome from a god. You make it happy. You perform the ritual. Something cool happens. But what would be cool to Slod might not be cool to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, if we scratch this frog's back,
yeah.
yeah, he'll scratch
maybe he'll
ours,
scratch ours.
like with his black claws. That's what I'm actually worried about.
All I'm saying is we haven't found any treasure yet.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing in these rooms? We're just walking in and fucking jacking it.
I mean, your raven got a meal.
All right, let's not talk about that.
We need to focus on that, and it's weird that you keep bringing it up.
Can you shine a little light right in the mouth?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you just
I'm not gonna
stick your
I'm
wand.
not
in
gonna
it.
break the barrier,
Right, yeah.
but I will.
Yeah, when you sort of shine the light in, you can see it is an empty, hollow cavity, large enough to hold a halfling if one so wished to crawl inside.
Wow.
Wow, that's big.
Third time he said that. Can you see the
jump in.
back of the statue?
Yeah,
Just empty.
it's empty, an empty cavity.
Put your hand in there.
No.
All right.
This is like Roman holiday.
How? How is it like Roman holiday? Just out of curiosity.
Because Roman holiday, remember when Audrey Hepburn carried in a statue and put it in?
Oh, right. Okay.
No one saw that movie? Okay. Well,
and
it
what
was
happened
great-
to her?
Huh?
What happened to her?
Well,
Was she considered
Cary
by
Grant was a
other
very
world-
charming man, and he
Uh-huh.
pulled out his hand and
Well, there you
pretended
go.
the hand was cut off, but he was fibbing. Really is a delightful rom-com.
Yeah, this frog has teeth.
And so that is one way.
This frog has teeth?
That's one way that it differs from Cary Grant.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what I'll do.
Yeah.
I won't stick my hand in there, but I will take my maul
Yeah.
and not to where my hand goes in there, but just the
Right.
Just the tip. And
Just the
for a
tip.
little bit.
Okay, nothing happens.
What?
Nothing happens. All is well. You pull it out, Maul's fine.
Okay, you know
Guys,
what?
this thing's
I think, why are we here? Right?
Well-
What sort of a story
what
is
I'm
it?
saying.
We show up saw a frog god, and then
left.
left.
Did nothing.
Don't
That's-
like it.
I can't sell that.
I can't either.
I cannot make drinks for a night telling that story.
So yeah, we saw which frogs. Then what?
Jump in there.
We left.
Crawl in there. I see where you're going.
I say,
Yeah,
I
and
say,
I like it.
I
I
do.
say we scratch this frog's back with the magic log,
I agree.
and then I think its mouth will fill up with some sort of
But let me-
money or
liquid gold.
delicious.
I'll tell you what.
porridge.
Liquid gold.
I will
Yes.
position myself. Is there room in front of the frog to like take a stance and be ready?
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
would you
Do I
wanna
have to
be
take
in
a
front
few?
I might suggest slightly to
Don't.
the side of the frog, just in case.
Just in
like,
case gold just comes
horrible,
pouring out.
yeah.
Because we don't know how fast this liquid gold is going to shoot out.
Or how
Okay.
hot it might be.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
All right, so I stand slightly to the,
The
to the
gems
left.
that are going to come out are probably sharp.
Oh,
I got
you
my
really
I got
are.
my maul ready to slam down on its head.
They're a classic
Okay.
cut.
All right,
They're probably not going to be baguettes.
Binwin's ready.
I'm ready.
These murals don't seem to have any cautionary tales. in them.
V, rub the shit out of
Okay.
this frog.
Do we need two people to rub?
I don't
the,
think
the
so.
log?
I think you can
It's a little bit awkward for somebody to just sort of rub the log down the back.
I think
of
we
the
need
frog.
one
I'm
on
going
each
to use
side.
Mage Hand.
The log's too heavy for that.
That's too good.
We need one person on
I
each
can,
side.
listen, whatever. I'm going to go back there. I'll help you with this.
Okay,
log.
here we go.
I got no problem.
I got
with
this side.
All right, you take
You're
one side,
ready.
you take
You're
the
the
other.
other side of the frog.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
right.
I'm on the other side of the
Now it
frog.
looks like if you grab this log and you rub it down its sort of bumpy back, it will probably make some noise.
Oh, it makes a,
it's
it's
gonna
one of those
make-
little instruments. It's like those little frog instruments. It's going to croak. You ever see the little instrument with the stick and the...
No.
Yeah. No, yeah, actually, I've suddenly changed my mind.
I've got like 20 of these.
I've suddenly changed my mind because a frog making a frog noise, a big frog making a frog noise,
In a resonant...
in a resonant
it's a
way, it's going
summoning-
to summon conjuration.
No, but here, well, let's make it so that you think twice about it after we've already done it once.
You wanna,
You know what? I think this is actually a weird thing to be doing right now.
Do you want to stroke the frog front to back?